Hi, welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would give you a bit of a house tour, showing you the updates we've made to the house and where we are with things and what our future plans are. I thought I would start in the hallway. Yes, it's not very pretty, it's definitely not finished yet, but this is where we've made a big change. This used to go all the way through to the kitchen. This wall wasn't here. Keith has put that up for us and I will show you why when we get to the kitchen. This has made our hallway quite a bit smaller. There used to be a cupboard here for storing shoes. That cupboard is now on this wall at the end of the stairs. The other change is that we are now using this door. This door used to be blocked off on the living room side. We're now using it, but we're still using it for hanging coats on because we've nowhere else to hang the coats. Another change we've made is we have taken the carpet up off the floor. This is the floorboards that were underneath the carpet. This hasn't been varnished yet. The other thing we need to change is obviously decorate. That wall is not finished. I've had a few different ideas for this. One was to put a mirror on that wall so that I had a mirror to look in as I was leaving the house. Not that I'm vain or anything, it's just nice to be able to see what you look like and whether you are all together when you've got your shoes on as we leave the house. But I think that we might need to use it for storage more than just a mirror. So we might put a mirror on the wall there, although there's a light switch there which is kind of in the way. And I'm thinking possibly the big Calyx units from IKEA, which are cube storage and have a full wall of it, so we can put loads of baskets in, we can put shoes and bags in, because we do sometimes have bags laying around. This stuff here obviously needs to have a new home. If we put the Calyx unit in, this bench will not fit here anymore, so I'm not too sure. I do like the bench, and in some ways I wish I could just put the bench on that wall and something above it, but we also need the storage. When we do come to decorate, I do want to decorate up the landing as well, up the stairs. But that's a huge change that's happened. It is a little bit frustrating that I can't go straight through to my kitchen now, but when you see what we've done in the kitchen, it is definitely worth it. So I will head upstairs now. Because Keith has built this wall, we've now got a little bit of a shelf here that's been created. We plan to put probably wood, not too sure yet, all the way across to that wall there and make one long shelf. We don't have many books, but it is nice to have a few books in the house, so I do need somewhere to store those books. So at the moment we're using it for these few books, but I'd like to extend that all the way down to make a bit more space for a few more books. This is our bathroom. Not many changes have happened in here, but I'll show you the few that have. You will have to excuse the floor, it's very squeaky, a few loose floorboards. So one change that has happened is we've removed the blind from the window. So what we've done is put some frosted glass contact paper, if that's what you call it, sticky back paper, onto our window. If I just bring the light down so you can see that. So there and there, so that you can't see from the outside, because obviously we would be very overlooked having a shower. There was a cupboard up here and there was a hand towel hanging from the cupboards. That cupboard fell off the wall, unfortunately, and we just haven't replaced it yet. So this is what we're thinking at the moment, is to do one big cupboard all the way across and probably higher up. Where's the top? The ceiling kind of ends up there. So we'll do one big cupboard so we've got plenty of storage space. Keith is thinking about making that, but he's got a lot of other projects on at the moment, so there hasn't been time for that. We did have a quick look in IKEA to see if there was anything that would fit the space, and nothing's big enough. If I bring you to the end of our bath, this here was our stand for our toiletries. It's just got some of the boys' toys on at the moment. I hate it. There isn't really the space for it. I thought it would fit down at the end of the bath, and it doesn't. It doesn't quite fit in the space, and it is now really rusty. So I just want to get rid of it. We need to get some storage for the toys and then we can get rid of it. So what we've done is, if I just scan up, this shelf used to be in our kitchen. We've no longer got it there, so it was going spare, and we've put it at the end of the bath. It's quite high up. I can reach if I'm in the bath, but it's really hard to reach when I'm not in the bath. So we've each got a basket. There's a boy's basket, that's my basket, and that's Keith's basket, and we've got space for one more basket. So they have our kind of everyday toiletries in with a few extras in, so that when we have a shower we just need to bring down the basket, use our stuff, and then put the basket back up there. I'll just bring you out. That is Fraser's room, the nursery. There's been no changes in there, so I'm not going to go in there today. There's nothing to show you. If I bring you into our bedroom, there's not many changes in here, but there are a couple, so I thought I would show you. The main one is there used to be a tall set of drawers. I can't remember where it was, whether it was next to the wall there, but it sat next to this long set of drawers here. That's now in Tommy's bedroom. The other thing is we've got a TV. I don't really like it in here. I think it looks unsightly on that set of drawers, but it was given to us and it is useful occasionally, particularly in the morning when I've got the boys. Possibly if I put it up on the wall, but I'm so scared of putting things on the walls in this house because, as you can tell from the bathroom, things fall down. And I think that's all the changes in here, other than getting some new cushions and a new throw. There's nothing else being changed in here. And into Tommy's bedroom. I want to do a full tour of the bedroom, so I'm not going to give you too much detail in here because I really want to do this as a tour separate to this video. We have been working on this bedroom for around a year. I'm going to give you a little glimpse of behind the door. This is where his bed is, and we've put these stickers up on the wall. So I want to do a full tour of it. But as you can see, we have painted, we've put Tommy's furniture, like a bed in here and little table and chairs. That's the set of drawers that came from our bedroom. And just today we have put the stair gate up so that I can put him in here and he can't get out, which is great. He won't like that, but it gives me peace of mind that he's in that room and not elsewhere. So I'll head back downstairs and show you what we've been updating down there. So to excuse any noise, we've got Frozen on in the background, we've got Tommy down there, and we've got Fraser and Keith here as well. So there's not many changes in this part of the room, apart from the fact that we can now walk through this door. That door does need painting, which we will do at some point. Sorry Tommy, am I in your way? That used to have a cupboard there, which you can tell because there's a couple of holes up there from where it was. So now we can walk through that door, and we've got both doors open rather than one of them being blocked off. It does mean there's not as much space in this room because we're using both doors now, but it means that we can use the space in the hallway. So there's nothing else changed in this part of the room, other than the fact that we now have no sofa. We've had it there and we've had it in front of the window. The second sofa went a while ago, and it was because we weren't using it. We only used it if we had guests over. It just kept getting pushed further and further back, which meant we couldn't use the table. And I just really wanted to be able to use the table. So I'll bring you down to the dining end of the room. So there has been some quite big changes happening here. First of all, you will notice that the floor has been changed. This was carpeted back here, and it's been cut along this line here to reveal the floorboards. This is the same as, thank you Fraser. Are you having your little bit of say? The floorboards are the same as what's in the hallway, but these ones have been varnished. The other change we've done in this room is we used to have two of these bully units side by side, and this computer desk used to be over here. The reason why we've done it so that the bully units are facing each other is because the space is more open. We've got more space to sit at the table now, and so we do have the computer desk here. I was really worried about having the computer desk there because it does stick out a little bit. The base part obviously is deeper because that's where you sit and type, and I do plan to get rid of this chair. This is Keith's chair and he loves it, but although it's comfortable, I don't like it in this room. So I want to sell that and get something that's more fitting for a living room. At some point I would like to get a new table and chairs. We would like to get a bench seat at the back with a table and then like chairs to go around it. But at the moment this will do, and actually the space we have, this table works far better. Even though it's a tiny table, for us at the moment it works, and actually for the space it works. And the other change we've made in here is we have new light shades. I bought these from IKEA a little while ago. They were in the discount section and I saw them and thought I quite like them. I'm not 100% sure that I like them for this room, but I do really like them. I don't know that our living room is modern enough for them. It's got one of those massive vintage style light bulbs. I'm just going to see if I can show you the light bulb. It's one of those kind of vintage style light bulbs. I don't know if that shows up at all. And we've also changed the the fitting because you needed a bigger fitting. Tell me what you think about them for this living room. The other change in here is the door. As you can see, there's a split in the middle there. Keith made this as a stable door so that we could get rid of the stair gate. If I just open the top part, I can now have the top part of the door open, and the boys, in theory, can't get into the kitchen, although Tommy learnt how to climb over it within hours of being, or even minutes of being up the next morning after Keith had put it up. So I'll take you into the kitchen now and show you what's been going on in here. We have painted the whole kitchen, ceiling and walls. These walls I think are just a type of white. I will try and find out what colour exactly they are. And then this wall here is grey. I think it's warm pewter. I will find out that for you as well. This is the same grade that Tommy has in his bedroom. I'm not sure whether it's the right colour for here, but it was paint that we had. At the time we didn't really want to go out and spend more money on paint, so we just painted it the grey. I do like the colour. I'm just not sure it's the right colour for this room. I'll start here. So this is the reason why we can't walk through from the hallway anymore. We have put a pantry in. I do plan to do a pantry tour for you at some point. I am so eager to do this tour for you, but the pantry isn't quite organised enough yet. As you can see, there's a load of stuff on top of the fridge. So that's the huge change that's happened in the last year. I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased we've done it. Yes, it would be nice to walk straight through to my kitchen from the front door, but this makes it worth it. Definitely makes it worth it. Our kitchen is now bigger because of it. We don't have a fridge and freezer in the kitchen. I can't tell you how much I'm loving the fact that we've got a pantry in this small little kitchen. The other change we've made is these spice racks were already on the wall, but we've painted them grey just to match in with the feature wall. So the other change I've made is I've made a kind of command centre in between the door and the boiler. I've just got a few things to keep me organised, and it's working quite well. It's a small space. I'd love it to be bigger. Then back on this wall, so I've not explained what we've changed over this side of the kitchen other than what we've painted. If I start at the bottom, this wall used to have our fridge and freezer on, and obviously that's in the pantry now, and we had this space spare. These are Billy units from IKEA. So at the bottom we have a half size normal width Billy unit and a half size, when I say half size I'm talking about the length, and what I call a skinny Billy. So as you can see, it's obviously storing our microwave and it's storing all our kitchen appliances. It means that we can have our kitchen appliances easily accessible without being on the worktop, and when we want to use one of them we just pop it up on the top. This cake stand doesn't normally sit here, but we've had Tommy's birthday recently, so it's still there, hasn't been put back to where it's meant to go. What we plan to do on this space is put a top on, probably a wooden top. It will go all the way to the doorway, and it will probably sit out slightly, not too far because we want to get into the microwave still, but just enough so that we've got a bit of a hangover. And the space, because this is quite a small space, it just becomes more usable with it being a little bit deeper. I'd love this to have cupboard doors on, but it's just not going to work. The microwave sticks out, and there's a few other of the appliances that stick out. So at the moment it's just going to be open without doors on. And then on that wall now we have this pin board. I don't really know what to call it. Keith has made it for us. It's made out of wood and then wire, chicken wire. The plan for this is that I can put the boys' artwork on. Like Tommy's going to be going to preschool soon, and no doubt he'll be coming home with things, and I want a space to put things up on the wall. So that's there, and we've just got our sign, and they lived happily ever after. That used to sit on our fireplace, but with growing boys they started pulling on it, and so we just had to take it down. And the other things we're planning to change in this room, please excuse the dishes on the side. We don't have a dishwasher, so it's really difficult to keep on top of those, but I told Keith not to bother doing them because I wanted to explain the fact that we do plan to put a dishwasher in, and this is a reality of not having a dishwasher. I do the dishes every single day, but it's impossible for me anyway to keep on top of them all the time. So the plan for this is to get rid of that little cupboard there. I'll have to rehouse all the things that sit there. The washing machine will then move down. We will get rid of this cupboard here, and the dishwasher will go in that space. So obviously this washing machine will be further down because a dishwasher wouldn't fit there, the door isn't wide enough, but we will have to move the sink around so that the sink is that side and the drainer is this side. So that is the plan for this area. My long-term plan is that we extend and have either a conservatory that will be open plan, so open from like the back wall would be gone, and it would be an open plan kitchen diner area, and so obviously the kitchen will be redone, but that's a very long-term plan. At the moment that's not going to happen. So I think that's all the changes we've got planned for this room and all the changes we've done. Oh, and the other one is we've done the floor in here as well. It goes through to the dining room all the way through to the pantry. It's just continuous. The floor is not perfect, but it's so much better than the liner we had down before, and we're so happy with what we've done. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. I apologise that it's not the most polished. I have my whole family at home with me today, so obviously the boys make noise and that can't be helped. I hope you don't mind that it wasn't a full house tour today. The house isn't finished yet, and when we do get those jobs finished I will do a full house tour. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you have, and if you're new here don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to come back and watch tomorrow night's video. I am doing a video every day until Christmas at 6 p.m. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.